I am live. Look at that. Just gonna find the stream URL and share it really quick for those of you watching after the fact, which will probably be all of you. Professional. Text my wife. I'm going to wait until 10 o'clock actually rolls around. In the meantime, this keyboard has gotten so jank. This keyboard was dropped at a gig in Clarksville, Tennessee. The gig was really fun, but right before that, the only time I have ever let someone other than myself or Nick, not Nick, Jesus, God, or Ian set up my keyboard. I think it's the only time I've ever let someone other than myself set up a keyboard in a gig scenario, and he didn't quite tighten it down enough. He tightened it down really hard, but the keys didn't quite mesh. And it clicked. The whole thing collapsed. And I have these. It's great. This was actually there beforehand. What are you gonna do? There's like a little shimmery effect. Let's mess around, huh? This is what you get if you come to the live stream early. Ugh. Let's get that. people. Holy crap, 4 people watching the live stream. That, I didn't see 3. I didn't see more than 1. 2. That's hurtful. Ouch. I'm just gonna play for another 3 minutes. I really need to normalize the patches on this keyboard. So this is the volume of this patch, which is the bog standard electric piano. Versus this patch. I gotta turn it up every time and it drives me crazy. Apparently there's like a software you can get to like turn it up. I never bothered. I've never actually plugged this thing into a computer. I should do that sometime. Apparently there's a new patch that came out at some point, gave a whole bunch more sounds, including a bass ride, which I love. Oh, that's gross. Okay. You know, you like see someone try to remember how a lyrics to the song goes? That's what's going through my head right now. Okay. It is officially 10 o'clock. Time for the live stream to start. Yes. There's 10 o'clock here. You guys are about 30 seconds behind. It's really weird to see. But whatever. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to take a couple of songs, one of which that I know well enough, one of which that I have never played before, but I know really well, and I'm going to kind of talk through what I think about in these pieces and kind of talk about something interesting. The first one is one of my favorite jazz standards to play, and that is Blue and Green by Miles Davis. And actually, schmancy fancy, I've got screen sharing set up. Even better. Does this work? Please tell me this works. Yes, it does. I love it. Let's get that mouse out to the side. Okay. I'm screen sharing to this tablet here, by the way. So you've got a screen share to the internet. Great. This tune is called Blue and Green, and I love it for a whole bunch of different reasons. The first of which, most songs that you're aware of have phrases, and these phrases come in 2-bar forms and 4 bars, and generally a power of 2, or at least a multiple of 2, but usually a power of 2. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. This, if you'll count, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 measures in it. It is such a weird phrasing, and it's incredibly slow. It normally starts So it starts off, it's super slow. And this 10-bar phrase means that you feel like you're hopping in the middle of a phrase. When you restart, you can never tell when the whole tune kicks around again, because usually in a blues or a jazz standard like this, you'll just run through the whole thing. You know, you'll just go boop 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 over and over and over again. You'll start once, you'll play the melody, or you'll play some sort of intro. You'll play the melody, you'll improvise, you'll play it again, and you're done. Yeah, head, solo, tail, out, and that's how I usually play it. But you can never tell when the cycle restarts, because there's 10. And it starts in the middle of a phrase because it sounds like you're about to transition back. So let's start from the beginning here. Let's see if I can just mark. Can I do it? Please don't suck. Urgh. And by the way, yes, I did take a picture with this tablet just so I could have the thing. Don't judge me. Capture screen. Annotate. Uh-oh. Okay, cool. I can just... Yas! Okay. So let's start with these first 3 things here. The melody goes... very, 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 very straight ahead. Lateral movement, kind of simple. The rhythm itself is lilting. There's 3 beats, then 1 beat, then 3 beats. It outlines this chord right here, which is super weird because this whole first couple of measures is in the key of D. So you're outlining this extension that makes this super jazzy polytonality. That's a good word. And that's what we're making here. There's a sweet Adam Neely video about this. You should go look it up. Anywho, the first 3 measures go... Ew, what in God's name is that? That is the most tensiony of tensiony chords. This is really hitting over the head that you want to move from here to... So really straight ahead so far, just outlining this, kind of like the, what's that, prelude, that prelude in E minor. Yeah. Let's move on. A little transition here. And we should talk about 2-5-1s. Pin. So these 3 chords all lead to this D minor. In a very kind of Baroque way, almost. This sounds a lot like transition you would have in like a Bach piece. The only difference being that Bach would probably not do at this kind of super jazzy, crunchy, spicy note here. But this could also be seen if you do take just one extra thing. This could be seen as a 2-5-1, which means it's just a pattern you see a lot in jazz chord progressions everywhere, and you'll see it a lot in Miles Davis stuff too. He has several songs just built out of 2-5-1 progressions. Jargon. This pattern right here is called 2-5-1, and it means you want to move as smoothly and as quickly as possible to just drives straight onto home. It's also used as a transition, because you'll see here we've like passed down, the bass note goes, and then suddenly you have another 2-5-1. So you have walk down to and there's a line up here. This relates back to the original key, so this is just a transition from here. And then kind of predicting the next chord we have that same movement. This is the same thing, right? And then we have the same exact chord progression here that we were talking about here, except this adds extra thing. So we've got a whole bunch of marking here, but we go right? We do it again. But then we do something weird. This whole series here, because this walk here sounds like you're just going from right. Let's clear all of, Lord. Can you tell I didn't practice this? Can you tell? Can you tell? I can tell. Right. Let's walk back again. We have this little section here that walks down to this D. Then we have a little transitiony, walks to this B major 7, right? Then we have these here that sound like the exact same thing but a step down, right? Then we have the same thing but like a 5th up. And the notes are kind of mirrored but not really. All of this drama here. Super kind of noir sounding chord. Then we have this transition, right? It sounds like it's going somewhere because we've got this soaring thing here. It sounds like it should go somewhere else, but it doesn't. It just loops back around, and you get so disoriented. So you go here. Right? And I just love the way this sounds, because this whole thing is trudging along. The original tempo is just so that's kind of what I think about it. It plods along. The melody can't quite catch up with where the chords are, and it's a very kind of spacey, disorienting sound. And that's kind of what I try to go for. I meander in this song. It's part of the reason I love to play it so much, because I can just just space around and bob and weave. But enough talking. Let me play a little bit. I'll clear all this crap out again. What? No, whatever. Let me play a little bit. And then we'll talk about it some more. Or we can move on to something else. Hey. There's at least one person I know. Hey, Ashley. I just switched back to the live chat view from OBS. Ugh. Let's play. Let me just play. I'll start out with that first turnaround. I'll play it a couple of times and I'll feel out the space. Oh, pre-solo. So I've only played the intro 3 times, and in keeping with the theme of the hella confusing song, I'll probably do something like that in the live version, where I'll only play like 3 or maybe 5, and I'll dip into the song when you're not expecting to go into another section, and it hopefully will sound like I just kind of flow into the tune. Boy, how did I love that song. Oh, it's so good. It's so much fun to play. It goes in a direction I don't expect. Okay. This is the part I'm actually nervous about. Let's say I was at the piano bar I used to work at, right? Let's say I got a request for a tune, which happened a lot. And let's say I got a request for a song that I'd never played before, which also happened a fair bit. Right? This is about what I would end up doing. Let me pull up. Okay, I'm going to actually exit out of everything that might be a privacy concern. And let me start from scratch. This is what it would look like. This is actually a song I've been wanting to play, but I hadn't considered it yet. It's the in-credit theme to Steven Universe. If I could begin to see... Written by Rebecca Sugar. Steven Universe, great show, great music. Let's switch over to me. Oh. I exit out of this thing. Hold on. I gotta join back into the Google meeting I'm in so I can screen share. I'm gonna not say it out loud. Can you guys hear that in the background? That is my daughter's noise machine singing a lullaby. And I can just barely hear it in the microphone, and I don't know if I just have myself turned up super loud. I say that like I can see what you guys are typing. There we go. Let's mute you. Mute. Yeah. We'll just share my entire screen. Hey. Oh, yes, you still with me? You still with me? There we go. Sweet. All right. What is the song? What's the song called, first of all? Love Like You. There we go. First things first, I'm going to try to find a chord chart. Songs like this. Rebecca Sugar writes in a very kind of vaudevillian style, which means that the chord charts are usually wrong. Badly wrong. Which blows. But it just means I get to do most of it myself. And this is exactly like what it would have looked like. Because this is basically what I had set up. Now, actually, before I do anything else, I should ask myself if I'm going to do it in the original key. And I am, which is probably a bad idea. But the chords and the melody are so wishy-washy that I probably could not transpose it all in my head first time playing it, because I have never played this song before. Let's get that out there. Yeah. So, first things first, I'm not going to touch the keyboard because I wouldn't be noodling at the piano bar. I wouldn't be able to just... So let's pretend I'm out back. 5 minutes before my next set. Begin to see what you think of me. I could do about anything. I could even learn how to love. Usually with a song like this, I like to imagine... let's go into laser pointer mode. Can you see if I do that? Awesome. Usually, I like to imagine like the bass line. Boom, boom, ba-doom, boom, ba-doom, boom, boom, boom. Yeah. So this seems right. This kind of walk up from E flat. One of the things that drives me crazy about ultimate guitar is they don't do inharmonics. I would really love it if they would actually do like E flat instead of D sharp. It's not correct for reasons that I'm not going to go into. E flats. Yes. I have been a professional musician using this website for so many years, and I never touched that. I'm so angry. Ignore that. Okay. So the standard form of the song, if I can remember correctly, it goes verse, verse. Get back into laser pointer mode. Verse, verse. Bridge, verse. Spacey, interlude, outro. So this seems correct. This chord chart actually seems a lot better than the one I was expecting, which is great. This right here, that is a pattern that you see a lot, and I know for a fact that's correct. That's a 1 to a 6 major to a 2 major to a 5, which is like a bum 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 ba-dum bum. Something you'll hear a lot in a lot of jazz-inspired things like marches and sousaphone. Also would work with Rebecca Sugar because she has that same kind of vibe. Something interesting is that this chord, which you wouldn't expect, this A flat minor is not in the key of E flat that we're in, but this chord also has a weird vibe to it, so you know it's not the normal chord. I'm going to assume that's correct. This, I know for a fact, is wrong. I always thought I might be bad. Now I'm sure that it's true. This chord is almost certainly a G. Because this goes down to the 4. Bum 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 ba bum 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 bum. This walks down that half step before you bum ba-dum bum. Sure that it's true. Think you're so good. I think this walks up a half step. Bum 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 bum. Well, that might work. It might walk from that B flat to like a G major to a C major, because I know this turnaround doesn't quite land on that really obnoxious C minor. I don't know if any of this makes sense to anyone, by the way, but this is just what I would be thinking. Actually, I'm gonna check on the live stream really quick. How y'all doing? Lovely, lovely. Still 4 concurrent viewers. One of which is my wife. One of which is probably Ashley. I wonder who the other 2 are. Say hello in the comments. Yeah? Yeah, whatever. Anywho, this bridge, especially this part right here. Look at you go, I just adore you, I wish that I knew. And then you've got this super, super pretty kind of run down that I'm just gonna make up twinklies. I think that chord's correct, and this, I don't know if it moves off of that A flat. I'm going to not, because I like that vibe. We do another super quiet verse going into a really buildy curse. And then this, I am just going to vibe out right here. I know that this goes from like a 4 to a 3, 4, 3, and this outro has a whole bunch of weird chords that I'm just gonna make up and just go off on. I will diverge here, and I know it ends on a chord that's not the 1, so I'll try to do that. I think I have enough. This, if I could state to be everything you thought of me. Is that same verse somewhere else? Because another thing I really have to worry about is this is longer than the screen that I have, which is obnoxious. I could just kind of boop, zoom out a little bit. Can I? Boop, 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 boop. Cause I don't need to read. You know what? Let's just try it. Let's just get into it. Let's try it. If I could begin to be half of what you think of me, I could do about anything. I could even learn how to love. When I see the way you act, wondering when I'm coming back, I could do about anything. I could even learn how to love like you. I always thought I might be bad, now I'm sure that it's true. 'Cause I think you're so good, and I'm nothing like you. I always look at you go, I just adore you. I wish that I knew what makes you think I'm so special. If I could begin to do something that does right by you, I would do about anything. I would even learn how to love. Love like you. If I could have stayed to be everything you thought of me, I could do about anything, even learn how to love like you. I think that went well. Yeah. So let's think. Let's talk about that. Let's pick through what I did right, what I did wrong. I took a stab in the bridge and just guessed. A vibe of the moment kind of thing. I knew this bit right here. Right, it definitely didn't go, I always thought I might be bad, now I'm sure that it's true. That actually might be right. Crap. I like what I did better. I took that walk down and took the whole chord with it. I always thought I might be bad, Now I'm sure. And this whole thing just gets kind of screwed because the flow doesn't work like that. Sure. Because I can't go from like a G major to a G minor. I always thought I might be bad. The next chord written down is now I'm sure. And I know that the chord moves a lot more than that. So I'm just going to go straight forward to where you would expect it to go. And then hit a different vibe for the I'm sure that it's true. 'Cause I think you're so. And I think I played it wrong in this next bit, and I think the chord chart might actually be right. Think you're so good. I was pretty sure there was that. I was pretty sure there was that walk. But I don't know. And I can't listen to it because I'll get content stricken, which would suck. So I'm not going to do that. So that's a song I've never played before, and that's the first time I've ever played it. I'm not sure what to do now. Ashley, you still watching? If you are still watching, pick a jazz standard you want me to play, and I'll play it. Or somebody, pick a song. Did anybody leave any requests on Facebook? I don't think anybody did. Nobody cared. What a surprise. Whatever. What's a song that came out recently? I haven't been catching up with like recent music recently. I've been listening to a lot of like folk instrumentals and dubstep because it just seems right. I don't know what to play. You know what? Let me... Oh, I can't. Just switch back to the regular view. Let me pull up a couple of tunes from my lyrics list, and I'll talk about them. I have a list. Actually, I probably can show this. I have a list of music. Hello, wife. From back in the days of my piano playing. This is the list I had because I had a tablet up, and instead of having like a big giant binder full of all of my chords and stuff, which would have been smart, I had this list of bookmarks. And when somebody would request something new, I would just add it to the bookmark list if I liked it. So let's go through and find something fun to play. Actually, my wife is just off camera over there. Wife, you have any requests that you want to hear in like a 30-second delay because you can't hear my piano at all?
Ashley requested Green Dolphin Street.
Green Dolphin? What the? Hey, Ashley, guess what I have? Yep. The real book. The lame sanctioned one, not the, copyright one. Although I could probably find one now that I live in that area. Green Dolphin Street. Is it in here? Because if it's not in here, I'm just going to ignore you. I'm kidding. I'll look it up. Does this thing really not have a... I guess they're all in order. C, D, E, F, G, green. Giant steps. No. Girl from Ipanema. Surprisingly complicated. God bless us, the child. Is it in here? The Green Mountains. Grand Central. Green... It's not in here. Green Dolphin Street. Well, let's do what I always do and just Google it and find out. Street lead sheet. Look at that. God, isn't the internet great? I can just steal lead sheets. I mean, borrow lead sheets. What in God's name did you just request, Ashley? I have not read a jazz standard in so long. This is such a bad idea. Well, there you go, Ashley. There it is. I hope it's the one you requested. I'm gonna noodle around on the piano before I do this, just cause I can. What is the tempo here? So this is supposed to be like a Latin in the first part? Oh, there it is. It. Actually, is that right? Am I getting this right? I don't think I've ever heard this song before, which is awful to say, because I am so bad at remembering standards. Oh, I see. I just noticed your message on my Facebook, Green Dolphin Street, because you can help me with my homework. Oh, I see. I see how it is. That's fair. So let's walk through this in the widest way possible, trudging through one beat at a time, because I'm garbage at sight reading. I realized after I requested things that I can't listen to them on the stream without like incurring the wrath of the YouTube gods. So, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so is this supposed to be like a swing or like a Latin? Oh, that's a D major 7. Interesting. So it's got like a. That's kind of fun, actually. These chords. This is one thing I don't like about like real book style sheets sometimes, is you don't catch these patterns if they're written out like this. So this this first. I am still streaming. Okay, this first bit here is actually. Let's get to writing, huh? Let's annotate. So this first bit here, right? You could write this as a C over E minor, and then a C over E flat major, and then you've got the C over D, and then the C over D flat. This is a walk down. This bit is that 2-5-1 I was talking about before. This is another 2-5-1, and this is another common thing. These two are related to each other in that E flat major here is the same as C minor. So you'll see like the relative major and minor parallel, blah 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 blah. You'll see this thing a lot where you'll dip up or down a major third to kind of swap in between the major and minor. So you've got a major minor, and then you've got another one, and you kind of transition. It's kind of funny. It's actually like a video game soundtrack. Like a Smash Bros kind of thing. Dope. So I could kind of try to bounce back and forth. I could also we could just pedal this here. Definitely some kind of like samba-y. I guess it mentions Latin here. I can kind of feel the vibe of that. Might be fun to kind of do that walk up and down that you hear in Latin sometimes. Let's go to this other part here. You've got kind of a walk along this 2-5-1 here. To this minor, this parallel minor bit, because these are in the minor, not the major C, which is another, I think, kind of Latin thing. But also just a standard jazzy switch between major and minor keys. Who needs them? And it says this part's supposed to be in swing, or is that just like a guess or something, or is that like a specific arrangement? I wonder. I kind of dig it. Hear a shaker in the background. So You can kind of keep with the chords on this first part here, because you can if you what's the word, stack the chords, stacked voice sync, whatever it is. You're always at the top of your voice here. This outlines that C major 7 here. You got the C minor 7, the top of the 7-bit. The top is that melody note. The top here, and you could probably just keep that C down and right on. Let's undo all of this crap. And let's take a look at the B sections. Because I haven't actually looked at that second part yet. Whoops! Ooh, another 2-5-1. Love it, love it. We've got this walk down here. And you start on the same chord as you did before, so you think you're gonna walk down to that but you're not. You go in a completely different direction. This you got this moving bass down to this 2-5-1, but then you've got this exact same motion here, which makes you suspicious that you're gonna swap and do something else silly. I'm assuming that's half measure, not. It seems to be above this one, but I'm gonna assume it's half measure. So looking at the melody here, very similar to before, as we did. But this time we lean into the 5, the middle of the 5, this right before the A minor here. And we would just kind of take a circuitous route from this G sharp with a little bit of wonky spacing in there. One thing you'll see a lot in jazz is this kind of push and pull between where the melody says the chords are and where the chords are themselves. You'll see this a lot in real books because they never actually tell you where exactly the chord hits. You just kind of assume that it hits here. It could slide back and forth. If a chord hit on like the and of 4, they wouldn't write that down because screw you, that's why. A lot of these kind of get the vibe that like these are written by people who just played them a lot and already know the timing and stuff, as opposed to people who recreate it, which I guess is kind of the point. Like these don't have all the information. I am certain I'm not playing anything close to the original recording because I'm just looking at a melody and some chords just thrown onto a page willy-nilly. Let's see if we can play through this whole thing. I was right, because I didn't I didn't describe this part. So you have a whole bunch of that same kind of 2-5-1 pattern, but without the 1. So you have this 2-5. Usually if you see a diminished, which is what that flat 5 means, diminished, you can hear it really leaning into, right? But it doesn't go there. It's got that 2-5, and then it's got another 2-5. But has another 2-5. It walks down these 2-5s. Right? Which is another thing you'll see, because this is actually just walking down the circle of fifths. You'll see an F sharp, a B, an E, an A. Which you can see as 2-5-1s. Or you can just see us walking down the circle of fifths. Same thing as Fly Me to the Moon. It's just a walk around the circle of fifths. In this case, you seem to be. The reason I said that these chords were these kind of 2-5s, is you walk around these circle of fifths, but you can choose what flavor the chords are in, right? So these two were definitely the flavor of, right? You can feel it leaning in there. Right? I took that way too fast. I don't know what tempo is this supposed to be in? Oh, hey. There we go. Oh, it is is it a Coltrane tune? That makes so much sense. Actually, I haven't been watching the live chat because I'm a super noob to all this live streaming garbage. But yes, it being a Coltrane tune makes a lot of sense. You disgust me. Curse you. Whatever. This is your saxophone homework? I mean, if this is your homework, we can just lean into it. Oh, I saw Body and Soul. Let's do... Is it bad that I don't remember Body and Soul? We could do anthology. I'm not doing anthology. Beauty and the Beast is in here? What? Blue Monk, Blue Room, Body and Soul. Here we are. I'm so bad at sight reading. This is hurtful. This is hurtful. So bad at sight reading. Oh. I'm on the live stream. What's a song I've heard but never played? That's a good question. Actually, quick. What's a song that I've heard but never played? I'm actually going to switch out so I can come down this round. Let's take a look at my Spotify. I've been listening to a lot of Run the Jewels, not something I can do on the live stream, unfortunately. But let's pull up my Spotify and like, let's see what I've been listening to. Open the web player. Whew. It is now 11 o'clock where I'm at. Been listening to a lot of Wiggles because I have a toddler, and it's like crack. But yeah, all those descending to 5/1s, super fun. Alternatively, I could just make something up. That sounds like fun. Oh, you know what? I've been listening to Room for Squares. So, let's take a look-see. I tried to learn how to play Neon, and oh my god, is that tune so hard. Actually, is I? Ooh, I am. Hold on a second. Scoot. Oh. Guess what get back here. Guess what I have? Is it receiving? That's the real question. I don't hear it, which isn't a good sign. I might have... It's still going through. So I have my amp going through my keyboard, and my keyboard going into my sound card, my sound card going to my computer, and my computer going out to the internet, and the internet going into... Just... Ashley. My wife is giving me a weird look. Flintstones. Really? My wife thinks I'm giving you this look because it's a silly thing. I'm actually giving you this look because it's incredibly difficult. Have you ever heard Jacob Collier's version of the Flintstones? He won a Grammy for it. For a jazz arrangement of the Flintstones. And I hate him. I don't hate him. I love him to bits. Jacob Collier. But no. Trying to learn how to improvise over 2-5-1s. I mean, improvising over 2-5-1s. Part of it is just improvising over the chords like you normally do. Part of it is really just taking a really long time to hit the one. I really should have put this guitar stand somewhere else. Somebody gonna hate me if I just lay this on the ground. There we go. Improvising over 2-5-1s is really just taking a long time to get to the one because all of this is in the same key. What happened to my keyboard? Something weird happened to the sound of my keyboard. Let's restart it and see what happens. See? Silliness. So improvising over 2-5-1s is really just improvising over the one, but extra. That's how I look at it. really is halfway in between like improvising over the over the chords themselves, like you improvise over any other chords. Half of it is really just improvising over the one but extra. So but really you can especially because like the C major is an extension over that. The one is an extension over that 2 minor. So if I play that 2 minor, I have just the 1. At the same time, usually if I'm playing a 2-5-1, and this is just like a stylistic choice, but I'll play the 4 in my right hand, and I'll play the bass line for the 2 and the 5. Because the 4 over 5 like this is a so loud. That 4 over 5 is just like a 5 with a super duper extension, right? Because you got that 5. But normally I'll just play a 4, and that way you can move just from that to that. I don't know if you can actually see. I tried to look for a while for like a piano visualizer so I could have like the keys at the bottom of the row, at the bottom of the screen there. I couldn't find one, and it made me sad. Actually, this is an interesting question. Whether or not I can get my guitar working. Excuse me. It's really weird that I don't hear it. I'll figure that out later. Sad day. Oh, I know what I did. I hit the volume pedal for my keyboard when I set down my guitar. Yeah. You know what? Let's try out some John Mayer, but on the keyboard, because I'm not a guitar player. I can't play guitar like John Mayer. Very few people can play guitar like John Mayer. So Why Georgia has this really cool riff that is a lot harder than it seems, but because I'm not playing guitar, I can just whiff it. Dope. So like many things, if you just Google the name of the song and then chords, you'll find the chords. And fun fact, chord charts are not under copyright purview. So the kind of defining characteristic of the riff, like the part that you hum to yourself, bum 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 bum, that's probably what you want to get when you're doing a piano cover, if that's something that you care about. Yeah, so So that's kind of the riff. You know what? Let's do the Flintstones. Screw it. Wait a minute. Isn't the Flintstones just rhythm changes? Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. Flintstones. Or it's got that rhythm changes bridge, which is my favorite part of the rhythm changes, where it goes from like the 3, 6, 2, 5 back to the 1. Family. Flintstones. Flintstones. Meet the Flintstones. Flintstones. Meet the Flintstones. Monster family. Let's look that up. Now, this is a song I don't remember enough to just kind of randomly pick out chords for. Let's pick up the pace here. Yeah. Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. They're a monster family. From the town of Bedrock, they're a patriot out of this story. Let's rule the family down the street, through the quartet, let's defeat Flintstone. That sounds about right. Yeah. So my wife is sitting right over there, and I know for a fact there's a huge delay because I'm looking at the live bit right here, and I haven't stopped playing yet. I cannot imagine hearing both of those at the same time. I had to unbork it here, and it took me like half an hour of debugging. I can't even look at the live stream. It's so disorienting. Imagine the echo, like the stadium echo effect. Ladies, gentlemen. But like a giant cave. It takes like, what is it, like a 20-second round trip? Yak. I should get you headphones, and then you don't have to listen like in the live stream. Or I can get you sound isolating headphones so you don't have to hear me in real life. Meh. This sounds like this is the beginning of a musical. Hey there, what you doing? There's like a talking. I cannot remember though. Flintstones meet. Oh my god. Oh, I haven't sung in forever, and you can tell. Flintstones meet the Flintstones. They're a modern Stone Age family. From the town of Bedrock, they're a page right out of history. Let's ride to the family down the street, through the course of Fred's 2 feet. Courtesy of Fred's 2 feet. I don't know the theme there. My wife. Love it. Wait, listen. Yeah. What I should really do is find a way to mute this microphone just on a dime, because I don't have that here. I just have an audio box USB 96 Black Edition. So you can hear all these disgusting sounds. I don't know if it's just super loud in my headphones, but it is incredibly loud. Every little sloshy bit. I had to like stop breathing halfway through playing that tune. Yuck. So right now it's just Ashley and my wife. Love it. You know what would be fun? You know who has an insane jazz background? Is Charlie Puth. I should pull up some of his stuff. Hmm?
Can I be in pajamas? I think. No, sorry, wrong person. That's by James Arthur.
Oh. No. Let's see what happens if I pull up Charlie Puth. He's great. Blah, 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 blah. Popular songs. Thank you, Google. There's attention. You just want attention. Right here from the start. We don't talk anymore. How long has this been going on? Which you don't hear on the radio all that much. That album before the most recent one, I really, really like it. Voice Notes, that's what it was. I really like it. He's going all out on production, and it's great. Let's do How Long, because Attention like got all kinds of radio play, and How Long didn't. That being said, I do kind of want to play Attention. The real question is, can my voice handle it? Because Charlie Puth is a hell of a singer. Not to say that I'm not, but I haven't sung this much in a while, and my vocal cords are exhausted because I can't actually project. Wife, how loud am I being like in real life?
Sorry.
No, I asked you how loud I'm being in real life. She's just gonna go, huh? You are 20 seconds behind. How loud am I like actually being? Fair enough. Because I'm so loud in my headphones. I have my headphones turned up a lot. Because in this song, he yells, "How long has this been going on?" And big, powerful voice. Yeah. That is not the right. Running around. That is not the right chords. Dirt upon my name. Capo. Ugh. I hate this. This drives me crazy. They write the capo charts. Charlie Puth, why did you write something in E flat minor? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? So, let's do this. Can I get, like, to the right place? Yeah. And use flats. Back to reality. Oop. There's no magic, you know. Yeah, they get it. Okay. This song was actually all played on piano. Fun fact. Charlie Puth does all this stuff on piano. The bass line. Was all played on a keyboard, a really realistic sounding one, but it was still played on the keyboard. So the strumming pattern here is pretty simple. The question is, do we want to do it straight ahead? Do we want to do it kind of flowy? Cause he whenever he does like just sits down and does piano stuff, he goes nuts with it. He did like a Latin version of one of his tunes. It was super good. So let's actually let's go jazzy. So I believe these chords. Running round, running round, running round, putting my dirt on my name. You know what? Let's switch that around. So I've got the one thing you have to realize or remember when you switch around songs like this is you have the mud is in different places. So if I do like a really thick chord right here, that has some sort of tonality to it. That has some sort of tonality to it. But if you do it the same exact chord but in an E piano sound, like a whirly or something, it kind of loses a lot because there's a whole bunch of mid everything, and I've got it like extra midish in the keyboard settings. One of the fun things about E minor is the pentatonic scale for E flat minor and for G flat major is all the black keys. So you can do this. Robert Glasper taught me that on his NPR Tiny Desk concert, and I love it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this tune, and then I'm gonna head out because I'm sleepy. I'm so sleepy. That's what I'm gonna do. Hour and a half live stream isn't that bad, right? Right? Yeah. I think my wife is also sleepy. She nodded yes. My daughter's asleep. She has a habit of waking up at like 6 o'clock, and my wife doesn't. So I wake up at 6 o'clock. She's not saying anything because she didn't want to be on the live stream. This is recorded in perpetuity on YouTube.
Ashley requested combine Flintstones with any Wiggles song.
Now, see here. Who's in the Wiggles house? That's what I was thinking of. Who's in the Wiggles house? Who's in the Wiggles house? Who's in the Wiggles house? Who's in the Wiggles today? That's that same chord progression as the Flintstones. Who's in the Wiggle house? Who's in the Wiggle house? Who's in the Wiggle today? Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. They're a modern Stone Age family. Whatever, jazzy. Just go off on a circle of fist, and then you've got jazz. Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. Who's in the Wiggles today. Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. Who's with the Wiggles today? One of the things I love about the Wiggles, they've got this like very Bob Dylan folk, Bob Dylan era folk. Ashley, you owe me $5. Wiggles and Charlie Puth. Ooh. That's gonna cost 10. I'm lying, I'll do it for free. Let's see. Wiggles tunes. Spotify, give me some Wiggles. But don't actually play it, because I don't want to be found by YouTube ninjas. Rockabye Bear, Hot Potato, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, Wheels on the Bus, Fruit Salad. Well, problem is, they use a lot of 1940s progressions. Actually a lot of major to minor. Fruit salad. Fruit salad. Yummy, yummy. Fruit salad. Yummy, yummy. What was that song that he did with Meghan Trainor? Charlie Puth and Meghan Trainor, didn't they do this song? What was that song? You know what? This is happening. I'm just going to pull up Charlie Puth songs on one tab. Marvin Gaye. No, I'm not doing that. Let's see. We don't talk anymore. I bet We Don't Talk Anymore might actually be We Don't Talk Anymore. It's a 4 to 5, 6, 1. Right? We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore like we used to do. And of course he's got We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore like we used to do. You just wanna do. Okay. Let's take a look, see. Fruit salad, hot potato. Wiggles Barbershop. I don't believe that. Oh, that wasn't them that did it. That makes sense. Wash your hands. Yeah, filthies. Lockie, the new guy. I don't know how I feel about Lockie. How do you feel about Lockie? That then is meh. That's fair. Songs by the Wiggles. Oop. Wiggle. You ready to wiggle? Come the Wiggles, twinkle twinkle little star. Let's see. Fruit salad, yummy yummy, like they used to do. Fruit salad, yummy yummy. Salad, yummy yummy. So okay. Both this Charlie Puth song and the Wiggles. This is another thing that Adam Neely talked about, but because you have these kind of 4-bar loops or 2-bar loops, chordal loops, you don't really go anywhere. Like there's no journey and destination, so it's all kind of in the same area, which means you can usually just kind of change them out interchangeably. So for instance, oh my lord, my throat is hurting. Fruit salad, yummy yummy. Hello. Fruit salad, yummy yummy. Fruit salad, yummy yummy, yummy yummy. Yummy, 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 yummy fruit salad. Salad. Yummy, yummy. Salad. Yummy, yummy. We don't talk anymore. Let's see. Fruit salad. Yummy, yummy. Salad. Yummy. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore like we used to do. Fruit salad, yummy, yummy. Fruit salad. That's all I got. That's what I got. I'm gonna call it though. So I've been streaming for like an hour and a half. I'm so sleepy. It's so late. But it's like the only time I can guarantee my daughter's actually going to be asleep because she doesn't like sleepy times. I probably could have started like an hour earlier, but then I wouldn't have gotten to eat dinner, which is funny because my entire dinner is sitting on my coffee table over there. All of it. I bet it's all congealed into one terrible mass. I bet we could mix Dr. Knickerbocker into some kind of Charlie Puth song. Dr. Knickerbocker, number 9. I doubt it though. But I'm definitely gonna call what did I just do? Concern it. Flintstones and any Winkles tune. What did I just do? I mean, like, half of the Wiggles tunes are that 1 to 6 minor, right? Name that Wiggles tune. Oh wait, you can't because there's like 5 of them. It's the 4-chord song, but for Wiggles. But like, I can't blame them because they're quite literally appealing to 2-year-olds. And my 2-year-old loves it to bits. Oh my god, she loves Wiggles so much. She does. She dances like crazy. It's super cute. But yeah, I'm gonna call it Flintstones. Meet the Flintstones. Who's in the Wiggle House? Who's in the Wiggle House? Flintstones. Meet the Flintstones. In the Wiggles today. And that's where I'm gonna end it. Good Nacht. Somebody else send me a message? Oh, whatever. Where's my live stream? There it is. Bye, y'all. Live stream ended.